What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 98 of my Total Warhammer 3 modded Karl Franz campaign. So as we saw last time, Peter von Sigurd continues to show me up, taking a battle that should have been potentially fairly difficult for him, and just absolutely wrecking it without any kind of trouble. A great job to Peter. This also means that since we were choosing between the battles of Simon Moesher and between Peter's battle, we could just auto-resolve this because, frankly, we just bombard them into submission. Before, it would have been difficult when we only had the mortars, but now that we have the Hellstorms, this undefended settlement without a second garrison in there, as in an army, is going to be no prob. There we go. Oh. It'll take about half army damage to the auto-resolve, but nonetheless, we're going to occupy the place, and that's less Skaven, and then less potential for them to... we don't need this here. Less potential for them to generate income and annoy us. I guess we'll need defenses both in both of these locations because they're going to be they're going to be coastal, but it is a tier 4 settlement that we get for free effectively, which is quite nice as we'll make good use of the capacity that it provides. Lovely. Alrighty, now let's get to whatever it is that we need to do. Since we ended the turn last time, there's potential for quite a bit of it. First of all, I'd like to move Gregor Rodziner around. I was originally going to send him to sea, and we are sort of still going to do that, but maybe just hang around the Isle of Wights in case it gets attacked, so he can act as a reinforcing army there, as we don't need him nearly as much anywhere else. Wolfram Kusterman and Luther Graber. Looks like we have attrition here. We'd have to suffer 2 turns of attrition to get here. Can you go this way? You could. And then we could land here, and then, wait, if Fate Weaver's Crevasse is here, I wonder if this is actually close enough to a settlement, and which settlement it is, because that will also inform as to how easy the battle is going to be for these guys. These guys only have mortars after all, so they're better at taking minor settlements. You know what, let's play it safe, and let's keep it without suffering additional attrition by going here. A little bit annoying, what can you do? And then you can go here as well. Are you guys going to be in each other's way? Ooh, that was close, almost in each other's way, but not quite.
Sigmarite Archlector.
There you go, Sigmarite Archlector, and you can both sit here and then move southward through the islands, like so. Alrighty, who's up next? Peter von Sigurd moved last episode. Kurt Haldenstraat. Yes, you with your 5th Hawkland long rifle. Now, where can we or do we send you, is the question. First of all, Boris, can you reach the Monolith of Flesh? No. Kurt can probably reach the Altar of Spawns, which he can, though I do have to wonder if there are armies there. Norska will be fallen at this rate, though. So since you, Boris, can't reach this, here's what we'll do. We will... Why can you move so far? Huh. Considerably further than I thought. Oh, also... I was hoping that his Teutogan Guard would be ready, but it's okay. If they're not ready, they're not ready. I'm now wondering whether we should even bother having Wolfkin in Boris's army at all, and just have a bunch of Knights of the White Wolf instead. But you know what, I kind of like the idea of having the White Wolves in this army as well as some Wolfkin in this army, just to balance it out a little bit. Anyway, you will still suffer attrition if you move here, so here's what we'll do. We'll advance together and we'll swap the units at the Monolith of Flesh. I still want to keep these two relatively close together to each other. And I also don't want you to suffer attrition, which you would because it's a Chaos Waste territory, yeah. Or Chaotic Wasteland territory. Next up, Kurt Haldenstraat. You're going to proceed to the Altar of Spawns and take... Whoa, no you're not. I did not realize Baronair Chimerax was there. I don't know that we'd be able to fight that with this army. On the one hand, we do have the Hellstorm rocket batteries and stuff, but the problem here is, well, hey, the Fires of Chaos is quite strong, but that's a lot of melee. As in, it may be too much melee for us to be able to easily stop. What stance is he in, by the way? Summoning stance, eh? This is interesting. It's an interesting question as to where we go. since we know that we can reach the altar spawns, you know what, just stay here at the Forbidden Citadel for now, I think. Or just outside the Forbidden Citadel, perhaps, would be better. I doubt that he's going to move here, even though he can reach us. Well, let's give it a try. If he wants to fight, then at least we'll have reinforcements to act as our melee line to help out. But if he doesn't, then, well, then he doesn't. What do we want to do here? So we have only range and artillery, and thus pistol corps and imperial gunnery. Sharpshooter artillery master is fine, so we'll go for stand your ground. Military heritage is maxed out. Brass lunged is probably not super needed. Let's go for hard to hit, and then we should probably start going through reassuring presence. I'm just gonna level these guys up now because, well, they may need their levels if we are to fight next turn. Cascading Fire Cloak or Flamestorm. I mean, I guess we could get Flamestorm. I still don't like the ability, but you know what? The Chaos Forces are relatively slow, so there is potential there. May you get more mileage out of banishment? Not sure. You could get exorcism, or we could get light of battle, or we could just go through evasion to try to get banishment. Either way, we probably want to use more mana rather on light of Amantok than anything else anyway. You know what, let's get the first level of light of battle, just in case. Some enemy spells are going to be scary. You're also damaged a little bit, so yeah, let's not attack Mr. Baronair quite yet. Alrighty, let's keep going then. Who is up next? And Kurt Haldenstrat? Yeah, that's you. Why are there so many Kurts? I get confused every time, I swear. You, Belthy, you cannot reach anything. Oh, you can actually reach Ashridge Mountains. Oh, fantastic. Well, then we'll head directly to Ashridge Mountains and leave Sump Pit alone. It looks like there's a little tiny army here. But at least Gelty can travel pretty far, take those Ashridge Mountains. And auto-resolve this garbage. Hopefully we don't take... Yeah, no, we're fine. We're absolutely fine. Occupied. Another tradesman, another Van Horstman Speculum, and we have the Fortress of Vorag under threat. Do these guys have any armies left? Well, they're looking pretty weak, so possibly. But also possibly no. Also, whose strategic location is this? Dwarfs, Vampire Counts, and the High Elves. Oh, so we should give Dwarfs the Darkhold, and then what about you? It's just strategic importance. Can we build whatever it is? The Tower of Bloody Tooth here? Honestly, even if we can, it's not a very good territory, considering this is uninhabitable wasteland, so either way, might not be worth our time. You will stay here or continue staying here, depending on what Lillian will do, and we'll probably want to trade these away, but we'll do it later. Mostly because I don't feel like doing it right now, and I can do it between the episodes instead, like I periodically do. Balthazar Gelt, you were the last to move, so let's go for, let's see, Luther Grobber, you have moved. Aldebross Meyer, you are staying. I just checked you, my bad. Marcus Wolfhart. Alright, so you... Contrary to what we were originally doing, which was going after the Cult of Pleasure, it looks like you're going southward to deal with Rakarth instead. Okay, well, necessary. Kurt Lehman, you I was going to continue recruiting stuff with, but you know what? Since you're not being attacked, I guess you're fine as you are. And Bernard Hart. You we're going to grab Brigun for our ally here, and I guess you're still gonna do so. Oh, I should have gone for that. Oh, it's a shipwreck, not a mysterious island. Then no, it's fine. And grab Brigun. And we'll take it, occupy it. 5,000 gold, and then you are, I believe, no longer Oh, you do have basic training, though. That's not horrible. Maybe we'll get you back and then recruit you some stuff, and we'll still trade this. All of this will go to our allies, and between the episodes I did trade the lizards a few of these territories, like Shalanhopek. Anyway, let's continue looking for those fights, or looking towards the end turn, trying to get to that endgame, slash, well, endgame, yeah, endgame scenario. Next up, that was Wolfhart, that was Kurt Lee, no, that was Bernhard Hart, not Kurt Lehman. Kurt Hellborg, the other Kurt, the other Kurt, I should say. Too many Kurts. You will not suffer attrition here, which is great. So we'll want to advance towards Tribe Slaughter. Are you able to reach... Huh, this guy can travel really far. Interesting. What if you go into March Stance? I don't know how far this guy will run. As in silent will the experimental. Let's try. Heinz Weber attack. He's gonna run. Can we still catch him? No, there's no way. And there's no way. Kurt Helborg won't be able to reach him here. That's okay. I mean, you would, but, well, we have no way to get Kurt to actually do the damage for you. So just stay here. And if they ambush you and kill you, we don't care. Alrighty, so we'll keep you two here. We'll have you take Tribe Slaughter and then allow Kurt to try to move to Carrick Doom right after. Fantastic. Soon the rats will be gone and then Kurt will be able to advance northward with Karl. And Nud, are you able to move this turn? No, that was next turn, damn. Alright, we still have Village to consider. Now Village... you know what? I guess we'll just keep Leopold right here. I don't know where we'd want to send him, but I do know that we can't defend against Village most likely. Oh, actually, the Challenge Stone. You can sit here. I didn't, or I forgot that it actually had a bunch of stuff in it. There's no way that he attacks this, unless he has another stack out there, but honestly, if he does, I'd be willing to fight that. Most definitely. Oh, I also didn't realize we have a outpost belonging to the Zlatland lizards here. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. But anyway, who is up next? Jamathius Warner. No, okay, I skipped a bunch. Jamathius Warner and Gavin Pfeiffer. Yes, you are suffering attrition. Much attrition. Which means you probably wouldn't be able to take the model. Oh yeah, there's no way. It's actually a defended settlement. Alright, fine. I'm going to encamp. And then start moving towards it. Out of curiosity, how much would you heal here compared to over there? 16 and 5 versus in camp you would heal at 18 and 5. Well, slightly better outside of the settlement. It's so stupid. How do you heal more outside the settlement than inside the settlement? Ugh, bizarre. But oh well. Do we need to do anything else? I mean, I guess we could get more units via global recruitment on you, but I'm not sure that it's gonna be all that worth our time, to be honest. Man, these guys have all these mammoths and stuff, though we would be able to knock those out with the units of handgunners. Let's build some mortars here. Maybe we will try to go after the Monolith of Catan, though these guys do draw closer as well, so we'll see if we actually need to or whether we don't. Anyway, Marcus Wolfcard to Kurt Lehman. The next one is Jamathius Warner, who is moving the troops over to Leopold Hall. Alright, next up we have Heinz Weber, Boris Todbringer. We moved both of you already, meaning we can go for Champion Ludwig Schwarzhelm, who is supposed to... oh. So we probably can't fight Baronair quite yet. At least not as damaged as we are. So here's what we'll do. Oh, this will actually allow us to get Otto Lehman in the army. We need to stay in our territory, so we'll go right here. And then we'll move Albericht right here as well. Albericht here. Together. Lehman, you're going to join Champion Ludwig. And you're gonna stay there. I sincerely doubt that he's going to attack this. But we really are keeping an eye on him, so where is he gonna go from here? I would be curious. And we got one turn until the tree man is ready. What about the other tree man, out of curiosity? 69, nice. And we are one turn away from being able to build this tree man. And then Talzin, we are... still several turns, unless we have a quest from Talzin. Let me just double check this. We have a quest from nobody. That's who we have a quest from. Okay. Well, that was who? Where were we? That was Ludwig. Alright, Leopold van Blount, you are stuck where you are. Albrecht Hot Anderson, you have moved. Maternus Citizen, you're gonna move here as well. Ooh, actually, I would love for Baronair to attack you. Ah, you're gonna suffer attrition if you move like this, though. And he can't reach you anyway. Alright, fine, just go into encamp. Damn, all this attrition. Alright, go like this, and then Wulfric and Berogan, you are going to follow him as his follower army. Though, despite the lack of fire, I should say. Anyway, that was Maternus Citizen, Ferry, and... well, no, Ferry is still gonna sit here. Hans von Sigurd, you are going to land at the Blood Hall, and you're gonna get recruiting. In fact, everybody here needs to get recruiting. You're gonna start with... ooh. We can't recruit here. Somebody is already recruiting at the Jungles of Green Mist, which is Luther, so let's let Luther continue to do so, because he can do it in a faster method. We still have the Imperial Foot, which... Wait. Wait. Fort Helborg, you're missing an Imperial Foot, but we can't get not until we get Tribe Slaughter. Alright, that's fine. That's because these were allied territories and we couldn't do anything with those. Okay, fine. Let's continue then. Alberic, you are good. We checked you. Ferry, we checked you. Hans von Sigurd, we just did. Bruno Graber.
Of the faith.
You can't really recruit anything. Guess we could keep Colt recruiting here. Get some more free company. Why not some more free company, right? Bruno Graber was the last one, but he's staying here in case we get attacked by Dark Elves. We could have sent him out to the shipwreck, though, if we really wanted to. Who knows if there's an army out here, though?
By the comet.
Although I guess if there is, do we care that much? I'm not sure that we do.
Ready to serve.
Oh, it's attrition-y? Alright, you know what, go right here and then you can take it and move away. Oh, you know what, move out to the Temple of Kara, or close to it. At least this way it's unlikely that you'll be able to get attacked by anything, and at the same time you can take this and then move back to the High Sentinel should it be necessary. Alright, so Bruno, you were the last. Let's find you in the list. I really wish that there was an easy way to get to the position in the list where you were. Would be a really nice little sort of quality of life kind of update. Alright, Leopold Hall, you are waiting for your troops. Rothschild Dog Burglar, I don't know who you are. Oh, right, you're carrying the Sutzens guns south. Yeah, well, that's going to be a long way, buddy. A long way. And I believe that's it. Alright, so we have buildings to build and then end the turn, and then hopefully we get the final battle between ARCHAON and Karl Franz, as he is there. I wasn't sieging anything, was I? I don't think so. If I was, I've forgotten, because there's too many things. This also means we can select a new tech, or not new tech, but let's get Clergy of Sigmar and on to Manorialism. So close. You gotta get that Manorialism. Also, we don't need any of this, right? Just to double check. The miscast chance is nice and we'll probably do it at some point, but, you know, right now we have bigger, more important stuff. Alright, buildings. Wasteland, you don't matter. Blackwater, you don't matter. Well, it's not that you don't matter, it's just that we're not building anything there right now. You have defenses, which do matter, unlike all those other places. And then I guess we'll build the paved roads here as well, as it is bordering a bunch of territories. Nice. Talea, you can certainly make a lot of stuff. Fantastic. Do we still... Okay, yeah, we still need growth here. What do we build here? Well, we definitely build the walls, and we probably still want the gunsmith because we want one everywhere. And out of all of this, we could go for the common temple, or we could go for another Sigmarite temple. That would be capacity. I mean, I guess Sigmarite capacity. Well, the reason I keep building Sigmarite temples over the Ulricite temples is because of the warrior priest capacity that it offers, whereas the Ulricite temple doesn't do that for us, which is unfortunate. I'm just reading what it does for us. This will give us money, and this is a decent money-making province as well, with two ports. Will it make as much money as Magritta? Is the question. Which has 3 ports. But we could always build... Oh, no, we can't build common temples anywhere here because, you know what? Just go for the... just go for growth for now, just to build it up faster. And then we'll build a temple once we get rid of the growth. It's not like we're hurting for capacity with warrior priests right now, so when we are, it'll be a bigger concern. Kazid Irkulas, oh yeah, we're actually keeping the place, though I guess we don't really need the wall up. Just get it anyway. Who knows what the endgame scenario is going to be. If it's orcs, then you're definitely going to need it. You are also going to build a gunsmith. And yes, we're building gunsmiths in literally every province. And then I guess either the Wizard's Conclave or the Temple. And out of these two, gonna have to go for the Wizard's Conclave. I mean, I still feel like it's better to put these in... And to put these in minor provinces, like we could delete the walls at Karakaraziak if we really wanted to, but once again, if the in-game scenarios works, they'll appear here. Oh no, they'll appear at Kazadirkolaz, and they'll jump over to Karakaraziak. So yeah, and we don't yet know what the end-game scenario is going to be after all. Just cover the Wizards Conclave. Screw it. Screw it. We need more wizards, we need more tech thieves, etc. Quatara Numas, just keep building up. That's the only option that we have there. Bordelot at tier 5. Fantastic, which means we no longer need the growth building. Southern Grey Mountains, just public order, which we don't care about. Lashik, yes to level you up, and yes to get your walls back up, so that we don't have to deal with the nonsense that we had to deal with when Count Noctilus came to town. Oh right, we don't need to upgrade Collect because we don't care about it, and the rest of these are probably non-relevant provinces. Possibly Walatal, but for now, irrelevant. Giant Home Mountains, we will trade. Well, yeah, I'll do trading between the episodes. Not now. And the rest of this I think is good. You're still recruiting, and if there are other places to build, I'm just going to ignore them. Except possibly, wait, what is Eastern Badlands again? Oh, right, that's another one that needs to be traded. Alright, that's fine. Let's see, the rest of this can be skipped. Outpost available. Listen, damn it. I learned last episode, and then this episode I didn't. White Tower of Hoeth, you know, we could upgrade some of the outposts now. We do have money. Let's do it. And we can just upgrade all of them, because this is gonna keep showing up until we're done upgrading them, so, you know. Expensive or not, we do have a lot of allies. We probably won't be able to afford all the upgrades, funnily enough, but a few turns of this and then we'll be able to anyway. Outpost upgrade available, yes, and then outpost upgrade available. I feel like this is still more worth our time and money than than using it on public order buildings that we don't really need, as in the taverns everywhere. And do human taverns make beer? No, they don't. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh well. Now we can end the turn. And, oh, it looks like Baronair Chimerax is not, in fact, going to attack any of the 3 armies that we set up over there. I wonder where he went, though. Who's going to get the honor of finally being able to hunt him down?
Greetings from Sigmar.
Crocky, what you want, buddy? You want us to do... Well, you now had both Krogar and Gorok ask us to join war against Hexoatl, which is just funny. Mazda is probably just losing it. Alright, 1000 Maz not attacking us as yet. Clan Pestilence similarly. Hopefully they're on the back foot now. And honestly, if we could delete Clan Pestilence, we can move down to the ancient territories. Okay, Village, you're going to attack Dragon's Death. That's fine. We don't care about any of these territories. You're going to raise it. I wonder if you took damage because of that. Did you go back into your own territory or our territory? Because if you're damaged, maybe we can actually attack you nearby. We had another underway interception. Oh, Clan Ferric. I feel bad. But oh well. And I especially feel bad because Clan Ferric didn't really annoy us throughout this campaign, as in we've been at war with them for ages, but they never annoyed us. You wounded a tech thief. That is so rude. How dare you? We already have a limited number of tech thieves. How dare you loot them? Loot them? Slaneshi giggle, but wound is what I meant. Freudian slip. Anyway, Hartwig Van Hal, you're going to join Marcus since you're back and are ready for action once again. And Marcus, I guess you're going to go down here and you're going to get rid of one of these spears. Or maybe just get rid of both. Well, you can't reach them yet, can you? Oh, actually, wait. Maybe you can. The heroes can move quite far. You're going to go here, and you are going to not be able to reach Marcus. Close, though. Very close. Alright, well, you guys can join up together next turn. You, however, are going to need to channel. Your magics are running low. Now, what do we have here? Where is Rikart's main army, I wonder? This is the main army. As in, we killed Reikland himself, he'll be back, but for now the army isn't doing anything. And what do we have out here as well? The lizards are not losing territories, but these plagues are getting spread around. They'll probably hit us sooner rather than later. Also you, Simon, grab the shipwreck. I just spotted it now, so why not? Auto-resolve and a little bit of damage on us. Come on, materials at sea. No, just treasury. Not that I'm complaining about free money, but, you know. This is Shared Vampire Coast, so we're gonna land right here. Well, not land, we're gonna go past this. And, ooh, a Skull Island. Nice. But I do want you to heal up. And then we'll go through this place afterwards and down to the Citadel of Dusk and Dusk Peaks. Fantastic. Now, more importantly than that and all of that, is Archaon here? Yes, indeed, he is. He did not run. If nothing else, Archaon is not a coward. So, Karl versus Archaon, the final showdown, the last of his settlements, and his faction will be destroyed here. We will fight this cinematically because it's a momentous occasion, even though I don't imagine the enemy stands much of a chance, but I want the two to duel it out. I wonder, well, Archaon's a lot more effective when he activates his abilities, but then, to be fair, so is Karl. Here we go. Man, I accidentally clicked the map resizer, and now I don't remember what size the mini-map was. What's the default size? I don't know. Just keep it like this for now. Anyway, here we go. The Ever-Chosen has become the Ever-Hunted, and this is Archaon's last stand in his very last fortress. Already looking the worse for wear, though that's just Chaos Fortresses in general. We're going to fly Karl in, maybe to try to get a duel with Archaon, but also just to take some hits from the towers, because he can take it while we knock them down with our 2 artillery pieces. Alright, ooh, those shots look pretty cool when they're being fired by the tower, actually. The Hell Cannon shots, I want to see that again. Huh, they fire from different portions of the tower. How are you firing from? Okay, never mind. Down it goes. Well, the enemy won't be getting too many more shots off, and with that, we will be able to advance the rest of our army forward. Karl has sighted Archaon, however, who is hanging around down here by himself. Though I guess the question will be, ooh, huh. He actually knocked a few units off the wall while trying to go for Archaon. Lovely. Let's see if Archaon would be willing to maintain a one-on-one rather than calling for help. I do expect that the enemy will probably try to surround us here, but who knows. Well, at the very least, it's going to send its War Shrine forward, which does 413 weapon strength, so it's like having another hero attack. And on top of that, it's got the Favor of the Ruinous Powers and Chaotic Crusade. And then the Giver of Glory will allow Archaon to resist hits and have vigor. Nice. Well, the two can duke it out for now, even with the help of the Chaos War Shrine. Looks like Karl is going to start taking damage. We're going to pop his abilities. Looks like the Slayer of Kings will massively reduce his melee defense by 50%, which is pretty crazy. But the regrowth should be able to counteract it, even if it does lower Karl's damage a little bit. Galmaraz also counteracts that, and the two can keep fighting. Karl also does have his healing potion, though once again it would have been nicer if Archaon fought alone. It's difficult to get a proper duel like that going. Oh, and it looks like Archaon has called for more help as some halberd-wielding Chaos Warriors have arrived. And that may be a little bit much. Looks like Karl is now getting hit with a Spirit Leech as well, and so is going to have to counteract all that by popping his Spirit, or the Spirit Potion, his Healing Potion. Though, right as he gets surrounded, we break the wall right where Karl is fighting. We're going to pop that Dwellers Below, and just to try to get those Chaos Warriors away so that they don't interrupt the duel. Well, Not really a duel so much because the Chaos War Shrine has been attacking Karl this entire time while he fights ARCHAON, but nonetheless, close enough. And here we go, we've got a few of our own units to move in, and we're going to have our Royal Altdorf Gryphites with their lovely, lovely color scheme move in and go after that frickin' War Shrine, rather than allow it to continue helping, while Karl continues working on ARCHAON, though hopefully they don't interrupt each other's dueling too much. It looks like the enemy has its own elites move in. The Severed Claw, probably the most, well, no, probably about it, the most threatening unit on the field other than ARCHAON himself, and a very, very difficult unit to bring down. If you don't have a Lord bringing them down, they just take so much effort to bring down as well. Some Chaos Knights move in as well. They may not be ARCHAON's own Swords of Chaos, but it would be inappropriate for ARCHAON to fight without Chaos Knights with him. Anyway, the two continue duking it out in the middle of the fray here. Karl has actually reached his healing cap. However, it looks like ARCHAON is just about done for, down to a sliver of HP, and will probably get brought down. Is that going to be the last hit? Well, no, Karl's not going to do 1300 HP with one hit, even if he does do 1400 damage. It's going to take him 2. If he can land a hit. Oh, that damn War Shrine keeps getting in the way. Come on, we can take ARCHAON out. It was a pretty close fight, but there we go. Finally, Karl manages to bring him down. He has hunted him across the old world, all the way through the Chaos Wastes, and down to his last fortress. Fantastic. This is exactly what I would expect from Karl from a loreful perspective as well. Anyway, while all this has been happening, the rest of our army has made it in. We have broken down the gates. We have been moving units through that breach, and now we are entering the fray with our Imperial Foot and gunning the enemy down with our various bordermen, though we do have to be careful about ripping our own infantry apart. Since we've mostly been seeing cavalry play around in this particular battle, well, actually, we've mostly been watching Karl duke it out with ARCHAON. Let's watch the Imperial Foot do a little bit of fighting as well. Oh, I love this game. It's such a spectacle. Alright, and you gotta love those grenades exploding in support all alongside, and we have another unit of cav moving in, or 2 units of cav moving in as a Reiksguard join the fray as well, stopping the Sibyllin Slaughtercade, the Regiment of Renown Slaneshi Chariot. Which is a pretty strong Slaneshi Chariot. It can do a lot of damage if you let it, but, well, it's a terrible matchup against Reiksguard. And these are not the only Reiksguard around. We'll have more moving in together with more infantry as we breach the wall yet again. Also, to keep this reasonably fair, even though ARCHAON didn't want to quite do a one-on-one, I decided not to use our 2 units of summoned units here, and just sent in our regular army together with Karl, obviously. Alright, though Karl really, really led the charge there. And it'll be Chaos Knights versus Reiksguard and the Royal Altdorf Gryphites here. Severed Claw and a bunch of monsters working together as well between the Chaos Spawn and the Trolls. And they are definitely some hard targets here as we try to make our way into the city, at least with the cab. Our infantry are also holding, but they should be winning at least against the enemy Forsaken and the enemy Nurglings without too much trouble. Pretty great fight so far. And as much as I do absolutely adore deleting enemy armies with guns and with tanks and with fire and craziness, I just love watching the melee clashes as well. They're just so satisfying. I guess at the end of the day, I just like my variety, as many different types of units and clashes as possible. Which is why I build the armies the way that I do, rather than just min-maxing the most effective army type. Anyway, looks like most of the enemy Chaos Knights have been seen off. The Trolls have run and the Chaos Spawn are just about dead, but the Severed Claw continue to fight. I always go out of my way to mention this unit because damn, they're tough. They just keep holding, and they are They've only lost one model so far, though down nearly to half HP. There is a shadow overhead, however, as Karl is going to join the fray yet again. He was going after another unit, but, well, if the rest of our units can't take out the Severed Claw, Karl will do what he did to Archaon to his elites. Looks like more Chaos Warriors move in, trying to fight the Imperial Guard, or Imperial Foot, rather, together with the swordsman there. Karl is going to land on the ground any second now to go after those Severed Claw. Having a little bit of a tough time because of their position and the walls kind of interfering with the landing. But it's okay, we can just directly force him to the ground and charge them in the back. Alrighty, there we go, and his first swipe killed one or two of them because of the insanely heavy damage that Karl deals. We popped the Reikland Runefang to buff him up as well, and now with the Sundered Armor and, well, Karl hitting them, the Severed Claw should go down fairly quickly. Down to 10 units now, and every swipe will probably kill off a model. There we go, another one loses its head. You'd think they would have lost their will to fight after seeing Archaon thoroughly bonked, and two more go down to Karl, and he breaks through. There we go, chase them down, don't let them come back, and the last of the Severed Claw, well, get severed, or dismembered, whatever. Anyway, there we go, those guys are done for. The battle is about 80% in our favor now, and while there are a few units that remain fighting here, they will be done for shortly, especially as the Reiksguard get around them and charge into their backs. Completely surrounded now. And Karl's going to move in as well and probably knock a few of those units off. We probably don't even need this many units just to kill off a few Chaos Warriors and Hounds of Pestilence, so we'll be sending a few of them around into the rest of the enemy settlement. Man, that smoke effect is a little bit much. Kind of hard to see what is happening. Is that from Wavering or from Terror? Maybe it's from Terrified. I don't know. I wish that you could select which effects you could disable, like, just to not show. I also don't particularly like that casting effect. You know, there's like a little, there's a little circle on the ground with like a triangle in it to show somebody's casting something, like an augment or a spell or anything. I don't know, I feel like half the time it takes out the immersion a little bit during battles in particular. Anyway, we're gonna work on bringing that barricade down real quick, and while we do that, Karl has forced a unit of Chaos Trolls to rout and is going after another unit of Chaos Trolls. The enemy just can't stop him. There we go. And Deathclaw looks like he's having a grand time as well. Man, it looks like the troll just ran at Karl and just spontaneously died. I couldn't even quite see Deathclaw attack. Alrighty, well, fantastic. That unit of trolls is now shattered, but it looks like the other one did break but will come back, but the battle is pretty much ours. Those units are all broken, and we're just going to continue moving towards the enemy to destroy the rest of them. It's going to speed it up a little bit here as we reposition ourselves to charge the enemy, and ooh, some units of Marauders. Surprised that Archaon didn't send the chaff forward, and we do have the Wastelanders and the other unit of Bordermen gun them down a little bit, taking them to about half HP before they charge them. And then we can back off and charge the Reiksguard through our ranks instead to take those Marauders out. Getting some good air on them, there you go. Alrighty, really it was the Marauders who should have braced themselves, not the Knights. And the Marauders are wavering and will be done for here. Who is still in the fight? There's a unit of Chaos Warriors out here fighting the Demigryph Knights and the Zintler's Reiksguard. But also probably not going to do so for long. Karl is also flying around trying to look for any other elite targets. There is still a weird spawn out there, so there is still a semi-elite, but nothing left can really give him a fight anymore. He can just let the rest of his troops take out their frustrations on the enemy Chaos Warriors without taking all the glory for himself. And in fact, he's just gonna go and destroy an enemy tower. Here comes that weird spawn though, so maybe we'll send him in to deal with that. Who's too powerful? I genuinely don't know it, and I'm pretty sure that was our units that said that, but I don't know who here would have said that. Eager, fresh, they're not wavering or anything like that, but anyway. Oh, and it looks like the weird spawn wants to go after our warrior priest, who is protecting all of these units. Well, bad idea. You should look to the skies as Karl has arrived once again. And probably going to take that thing out really quick. There we go. It was just full HP. 2 hits and it's down to about half. A few more hits and it'll be down for good. Ooh, Karl got the got that anti-infantry animation where Deathclaw does that spin thing. I love that one. Don't see it often enough. Mostly, I guess, because Karl is constantly dueling things. Like he is doing so right now. And for those who missed Karl getting a lot of fights, this fight is, well, it feels right, doesn't it? There we go, and the weird spawn is done for. And the last enemy threatening unit is off the field, and with that, the rest of the army will shatter, the last fortress will fall, and the war host of the apocalypse will be destroyed. Alrighty, fantastic. Archaon taken down. I would have loved to have for it to have been just a pure duel, as in a one-on-one, or even better if he had had, instead of the severed claw, the Swords of Chaos. Archaon and the Swords of Chaos versus Karl and the Royal Altdorf Griffites in a sort of one-on-one, but they smacked each other around quite a lot in that particular battle. So I am happy. It was a pretty glorious last stand for Archaon, and he certainly made us work for it as we tried to get through that breach. We are obviously going to occupy the place and just, well, I mean, we could sack it, but why bother? We can always trade it to our allies at a higher rate this way. And there we go. With that, the war host of the apocalypse has been destroyed. And we have, well, we've achieved quite a lot with it. And looks like Werner Chimerics ran away. It's okay, we'll hunt him down. No problem, I'm sure. In fact, ooh, there's no way that Boris can reach him, is there? Nah, wait. Oh, it's so close. If only he had a tiny bit more movement speed, but the AI generally does this sort of thing on purpose, so there's a good reason why he can't reach him. Anyway, with the death of Archaon, this episode is done, as in we are out of time, and I'm gonna call it here. Next time, since the turn ended, we will continue our advance everywhere we can, hoping for more battles. We will probably land on Tzeentchian shores next episode as well, and hopefully we can get a few nice settlements, and as well allow our allies to take a few settlements as well, such that they can keep this place, because we obviously don't want the southern wastes. Honestly, I wouldn't even bother going after Cairo since he's so far from the Empire. It's just that he's going to keep using his annoying abilities on us, and the only way to stop him is to kill him. Though I suppose that goes for a lot of problems in the Warhammer world, so anyway, calling it here. More Karl to come, so stay tuned. Don't forget to leave those likes and comments if you want to see it updated on the regular. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.